listen, I'm the best ever. There's nobody like me that can match my intensity. Is Anthony Joshua training with Mike Tyson's former trainer? That's what I'm going to discuss in this video. Stay tuned. Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in the world of boxing. We're going to continue working and banging out all the hits. Now, you guys seen the clip at the beginning. Anthony Joshua, he is in America. This is America. Don't catch me slipping now. And it looks like he's possibly looking for a new trainer ahead of an important fight, career-changing and defining fight with Alexander Usyk. He has triggered the rematch clause. Now, the great Ego Stradamus strikes again. Boom. Boom. This was days ago, and I said this before I tweeted it too. Keep that in mind. So I posted this. Make sure you guys follow me. You know what I mean? Follow me on Twitter. And here we go. I said, is Anthony Joshua shopping a new U.S.-based trainer for the Usyk rematch? Either done with Rob McCracken or is he bringing somebody else on? Now, this was days ago, and I also said this previously, right? My thoughts are simple. I don't know. This hasn't been confirmed, but he's getting a workout in with Ronnie Shields, who has trained with Mike Tyson, as you guys will see in the picture on the screen. And he's trained with the likes of Edislandi Lara, Guillermo El Chacao Rigondeaux. But for this conversation, I think the important names would probably be Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, who are fellow heavyweights. He also worked with Efe Ajagba. Yes, Ajagba did lose recently, but that was not with Ronnie Shields. He lost. He went to K. Karama. He also notably trains Jermall Charlo, used to train Jermell and Jermall. And Ronnie Shields is an underrated staple of boxing. He's a classical trainer. He's a wise trainer. You know, I've met him. He's just an all-around. He's what a boxing trainer should be. You know what I mean? As far as Anthony Joshua, I'll let him confirm if he is or isn't going to be working with Ronnie Shields. We've seen Joshua recently. He was in Virgil Hunter's gym. He went to Canelo Payday, You Want Payday gym. And then now we actually see what I showed you at the beginning, footage and photos of him actually having a workout in at Ronnie Shields. It looks like they're going over some of the fundamentals and things like that. My thing is this. I have nothing negative to say. In fact, I told Joshua that he should do this. Like, if you listen to my content, I'm one of the people who are proponents and advocated for Anthony Joshua to find an American trainer. Because to me, Anthony Joshua, he has certain things that he has. Basically, he's a UK British fighter, but he has a lot that would mesh well with an American style. And I've always said this. So again, the great Ego Stradamus strikes again. In short, there's a lot of people that have these quote unquote loyalties in boxing. I don't believe in loyalty in boxing or any profession, because this is the thing. It's not that I don't agree with loyalty. Of course, I'm a loyal person, so I understand being loyal. But you cannot be loyal to something that is not loyal to you. Or sometimes you can love people, but you got to separate yourself from those people. Like, no knock on Rob McCracken, but it looks like Joshua has gathered as much knowledge as he could with Rob McCracken. So to stay loyal to a situation just merely because this is who you started with, that's not strong enough. You can still have adoration and love for people, but go your separate ways, you know? And that's maybe I'm cutthroat, but maybe I'm brash. That's how I really believe. For example, if you have a business, do you just employ your family member just because you want to help your family member, and you know that this particular cousin's going to be late, this particular cousin might steal, might not be the best fit for that job? And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in like one-way loyalties, I guess you could say. So Rob McCracken, when Joshua lost to Ruiz, he knew that Joshua had a concussion in the Ruiz fight. I did a video about it. Look, the video is from 2019. I did a video about it, and he allowed his fighter to continue to stay in there. And that's kind of weird. It's a weird admission. You knew he was in there getting lumped up and concussed, and then you kept him in there. That could have done something to his psychology. And then under Rob McCracken, and I'm not just blaming the trainer, because it's up to Joshua as well to pull the trigger and beat Ruiz and beat Usyk. But I've been a longtime advocate that Joshua's style, he has what it takes to mesh well with an American style. And Lennox Lewis, the great, undisputed Lennox Lewis heavyweight conqueror, he said it. He says, you can't go to college with your kindergarten trainer. And Lennox Lewis had the guts and the balls to move beyond certain trainers when he felt the need to do so. And he teamed up with the Kronk Gym and Emmanuel Stewart, and really the rest is history. We know how well that marriage and that partnership worked out for Lennox Lewis, right? Great team, great chemistry. And this is what I've been telling Joshua that he should have done, you know. And I'm not saying it from a point like I tell Joshua what to do. He's a grown, buff, 6'6" man. He can do whatever he wants. But I thought Joshua should have been with a Floyd Sr. or Ronnie Shields or whoever, somebody who can bring out the best of his style. Now, I'm not gonna knock Joshua if this is in fact his move. However, I will say this. The only downside to him getting with Ronnie Shields is the timing. Most fighters do this. They wait till they lose in order to make the change. And when Joshua's 30 something, 31 maybe, I don't know his exact age, but he's 30 something, right? And you shouldn't necessarily wait till you lose in order to come anew and then make this switch. Sometimes you got to make those switches. So I don't know at this point in time if teaming with Ronnie Shields, he could have been developing and learning this new system years ago, and maybe he wouldn't lose to Ruiz. Maybe he didn't lose with Usyk. So, you know, that's the only critique. But I will give props to Joshua, because this is what I like to see from a fighter, and I respect from a fighter, where if things didn't work and you're a true competitor and you feel you could beat somebody and your current system ain't working, then you got to pull out all the stops, especially for a multi-millionaire fighter like Joshua. Is that a picture, or that look weird? That look like a computer game. Oh, that's wax. I was about to say Joshua looked tripping right there. But what I was saying is this. I respect this. I respect Joshua if he does get with Ronnie Shields. I respect the move. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to do what works. Usyk beat you convincingly and beat you bad. You got to do something. And I feel that Usyk is the way that Joshua fought Usyk. Joshua played into Usyk's strengths, and that was a no-no. So we'll see, you know. Props to Joshua if he is looking to switch up and get a new trainer. He picked a great guy in Ronnie Shields, who has experience with big men and heavyweight men, but he has experience with that. The Mike Tysons, big punchers, and Evander Holyfield, classical heavyweights. So this is a smart move from Joshua if he decides. The only thing is, like I said, I think Joshua should have did it years ago when I really started addressing the Rob McCracken partnership. It's no love lost. You can still be cool with people and still be friends with people, but you got to do what's right for your career. Your body is your temple. You only have one career. And this was a nasty loss that Joshua received by a smaller man. And that hurts because Tyson Fury just beat Deontay Wilder and they were talking about a big fight in Saudi Arabia. And then now Joshua has to go an unnecessary extra step to try to beat Usyk in order to make that a reality. When if he beat Usyk, then he wouldn't have to trigger the rematch clause and he could just he would be able to jump straight into a Tyson Fury fight. But now he has to go this extra step. So it is what it is. There's no use in dwelling on it. I'm just giving you my thoughts, the previous thoughts I've said mixed with my current thoughts. I'm not mad at Joshua. This is a good look. You didn't receive success, so you can either stay with Rob McCracken. And to me, since he's with Rob McCracken, he's been looking the same. Why not get with Ronnie Shields or somebody else? Because Ronnie Shields, we know he knows the fundamentals. The Charlo's got some of the best jabs in boxing. And I understand that one Charlo, Jermell's with Derek James now, but he also spent a lot of time sparring with Edeslandi Lara and with Ronnie Shields. So developmental stages of his career, and they all worked on some things. And a jab would probably be, if you look at the Charlos, they have some of the Shakur Stevenson, Charlos, and Errol Spence probably got some of the best jabs. You know, Triple G has a really good jab, but those are some of the guys with the best jabs in all of boxing. And 3 of them that I just mentioned were from Texas. What does that tell you? And, you know, a jab, I think, would be the #1 tool for the bigger Joshua versus Usyk. Usyk moves too much. He's jumping and fidgety and trying to get you, and he's a southpaw. So he's trying to get you from angles. He has fast footwork, and Joshua's big and more clunky, and he's not going to be able to keep up with the foot speed of Usyk. So don't keep up. Don't try. Listen, when someone's good at something, you don't necessarily have to try to keep up because they're going to, that's like if you're LeBron James or a basketball player and you're trying to outshoot Steph Curry. That's not a good look. Same thing goes for boxing. You're not going to be able to keep up with the smaller man, Usyk, who's a gold medalist and crafty and has faster feet, so you don't do that. But what you can do is neutralize what Usyk is doing. The way to neutralize and slow down is to use your attributes. You're way bigger. You outweigh him 20 to 40 pounds or whatever. And a jab, fundamental stuff like a jab would have did Usyk greasy. And Ronnie Shields is definitely one of them people that can show you how to use those fundamentals. Now, Joshua's going to have to be a very fast learner because there was a lot of mistakes made, and it's hard to, the longer you have with the particular system, that's why guys take tune-up fights. But for Joshua, it's more do or die. If you do team up with Ronnie Shields, you just got to get it right. You know, both of y'all got to get it right, and you got to adapt to this new system. I'll talk about this more. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We'll wait to hear from Joshua to see what his situation is, if he's just working out with these people and visiting these gyms, or if he's really shopping a new trainer. Holla. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.